Okay, this is gonna be a video about my my top five um greatest characters in a movie, and I typically like to do these kind of videos like when I'm like really high because it allows me to think deeper and look more into certain things from the artistic aspect, and I'm able to I guess let go of that like what let me. All right, sorry, I had to unwrap one of these edible drinks. I don't know what you would call an edible drink, but whatever. Yeah, but I'm able to, I guess, think more artistically instead of just this quick, rapid way of thinking. I don't know if that makes any sense. I mean, when I usually think of things, when I'm sober, it's like boom, 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 boom. I don't think any deeper into it, but when I'm high, I'm able to think more from a more artistic standpoint. So I'm probably gonna think of more people or characters as I you know even after posting this, I'm probably gonna think of some more people. But these were just, and I was gonna try to do a top 10, and that would have been impossible, and I would have stressed myself out horribly and regret it. So I limited it to five, and um I want to say four. I don't know. I really don't have any particular order I would put any of them aside from my number one. But I have no particular order that I would put my the rest of them in. And I'm gonna start with the first one or the last one that I came up with. Um, Baby Jane Hudson. That was Betty Davis and whatever happened to Baby Jane. I think it came out in 1961, something like that. The reason why I say her character is because one thing I like about it visually is I love how, even though at the time color film being made in color was like the more popular thing to do, they still chose to shoot in black and white, and I think that's what actually contributed into the tension of the scenes of different scenes in the movie, and yeah, it just made it dope. But I wasn't familiar with any of Betty Davis' work prior to seeing Feud, the Betty and Jones story that was on FX last year. And so from watching that series, it inspired me to like go ahead and just check it out, just see what's going on. And at first I was like, this is gonna fucking suck. But watching her character, she was so unhinged, and I like how it wasn't. It was just certain something that I look for in characters is just the way they say things, the way their mouth moves when they say it, the way they twitch of an eye. Just she had these mannerisms that you really felt like she was very unhinged, which the character was, but she sold it. And it was just cool to see how she really transformed, because you felt like at any moment you really didn't know what she was gonna do. Okay. But you really didn't know what the hell she was gonna do. You didn't know what was gonna happen, and it made you worry about Blanche. Like, oh shit, get out of there, girl. Like you really, yeah, you just fucking feel her, and not just maybe Jane Hudson is dope. I feel like she had some issues, and I think she was just misunderstood. I always say that a lot of my favorite characters from movies are typically the villain or antagonist. But I'm an empath, and I tend to try to dig deeper into why this person is so horrible or whatever. And I just feel like she just couldn't accept the fact that she was no longer the star or this once glamorized child star, and she's just pretty much living in the shadow of her sister who hadn't acted in like 10 projects. It was great. Oh, that is not happening. Okay, next one. And some people in the black community might not really approve of this character, but I honestly don't care. Alonzo Harris, Denzel Washington, Training Day, 2001. Yeah. Um, he was just a complex character, and for me, when that movie came out, I think I was about 12, and everything that I had seen with Denzel, he was just this positive, happy, everybody loved him, Will Smith type nigga, you know. And my favorite movie of his, I mean, to this day, is him portraying Malcolm X. But seeing him as Alonzo was just like God. It was gorgeous. Just to for him to shed this clean cut image, of being like this super good guy, and then him being able to flip it and really get deep into that character and sell it as this bad cop that was just very manipulative and all this and that. And it was great. And as I say with any other character that's labeled a villain, I don't think he was that bad of a person. He was just, I mean, if you think about it, what would you do in that situation? You owe whatever million to some Russians, or they were gonna kill you. Come on, man. Let's see what else. Hold up. I had to look up her last name. The next person I would choose would be, I can't even really. I don't think I've ever paid attention to her last name, but whoever case, Catherine, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Cruel Intentions, dope, just a dope fucking complicated character. We can tell on the inside something was deeply wrong and affected. But to me, rewatching Cruel Intentions as I get older, every time I watch it, Cruel Intentions was like a more darker take on Clueless, and to me, I just thought it was kind of just kind of cool and interesting that usually you see that type of manipulating, scheming, um all that type of characters, and like people that characters that are adults or whatever. And I had never seen something like that done as a teenager. They typically were shooting teenagers or a movie set with kids in high school, whatever, as like airheads and just completely vain. Like I said, clueless, but it showed just how much, like, I guess it kind of goes into the saying that sociopaths don't become sociopaths when they're adults. They like these little motherfuckers that are up under our fucking nose the whole time. Like, we just didn't see it, or we wrote it off as just being a child. But yeah, just the whole manipulation of everything, and her um kind of seeing people as pieces on a board game. And it's very fucked up. But like I just felt like she had some issues that really need to be worked out. Um, Next person, uh, Susie Taller, Neve Campbell, and Wild Things. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Wild Things. Um, I never saw that movie until I was like much, much, much older. Probably a couple years ago. But yeah, just another manipulating character. Was like, to me, it's like they're geniuses at manipulating people. Where it's like every single move is calculated. Some manipulators go through they just play it by ear from one step to the next. Whereas to me, I think the better of the manipulators know exactly how the piece is gonna fall from beginning to the end. And even though she hadn't planned on one of the other characters dying in that plan, I saw how she didn't really feel any kind of way about it. She just, casualty of war. She had a bigger plan in mind. It was just really dope. I just think it's so fucking badass and dope when a woman character can be the manipulating schemer and the smartest one, getting her revenge. It's makes you feel good. All right. Shit. When I think of, like I said, the other ones that I named before, I really wouldn't put them in any particular order. But this one right here, my number one of all time of any genre would have to go to the most iconic and, in my honest opinion, Oscar worthy performance that I had ever seen. It got snubbed. And that would be Bernadette Bernie Harris, played by the greatest, the phenomenal, the most everything, Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale. Now, I was only about 5 or 6 when Waiting to Exhale came out, and I remember my mom, my grandma went to go see it, and me and my sister we went to the movies too. We didn't go in the theater with them to see that. We had to watch like some kid movie. I think it was either like Homeward Bound or 12 Story or some shit like that. And I remember what I remember most about that time was how many black women who were so just, happy and just amped to see this movie. And I remember my mom, my grandma, they used to watch a lot of Oprah. And I remember the promo that it that went with it, and how they had all of them on here. And I remember seeing these random clips, and I even remember when songs from the soundtrack were coming. I remember my teachers in elementary school, singing them with so much passion, and I didn't get that. And I remember seeing bits and pieces of it, and throughout my childhood, and I didn't understand it. And I got older, and what I've like to do now that I'm older myself, I like to go back and watch certain movies with an adult and a seasoned lens. And I watch Waiting to Exhale as an adult, and by far, in my opinion, my most favorite movie of all time, and is going to definitely be the reason I want to go into filmmaking. But it was a phenomenal story. Um, and the thing that stuck out to me most was the character of Bernie Harris. Here we have a woman who represents um, any woman of her time. I know usually when you say of her time, that usually means like you think of somebody that was a wife during the 20s, but no, patriarchy is has been an unfortunate part of life for forever for women. And here you have a woman who gave up herself and her dreams and her everything for a man, and for just for the sake of, because she was in love. And 11 years into the marriage, and he decides that he wants to leave her for a white woman nonetheless. So, while, she's hurt with the loss of this relationship, she's also hurt because she's scared. She doesn't know what she's going to do to survive. She's also upset with herself for putting herself into that situation where she was 100% dependent on a man for the sake of her survival, and how he was trying to purposely tear her down even more by taking, you know, expecting her to just make it, without him. And you know, and the greatest scene in that movie, to me, like I said, I feel like the greatest scene in that movie, the greatest monologue ever, in my opinion, was the car burning scene. And she's in the closet. Angela did a great job at channeling that rage, that hurt, that moment. And I didn't understand it until I got older. And me and my friend, we always laugh about it, but it's so real. The iconic get your shit, and get out. That don't want my kids to be around the improper influence. Well, guess what, John? You the motherfucking improper influence. Yeah, that shit. Every woman has been there. And I don't know, I guess it felt different coming. from a black woman. And I just feel like Angela, I've seen so many of her movies, and I know some people already say she was snubbed for Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? But I don't know. I mean, that's she did very well with her role. But just something about her and Lane as hell. And Bernie was, they tried to. I guess it would come off to some that don't understand. Like she was this angry black woman, just this and that, but they're not acknowledging the hurt and what she was going through, or putting themselves into her shoes, into what she was going through. She was more than just this shell of hurt. You know, she was just a woman that was fed up and hated what happened. And in the end, it worked out. She got his shit, and she was able to take care of her kids and do whatever and go back to school and do all that. But I still feel she's like the greatest character ever. And just based off Angela's performance, even reading about her through the book, her character, it stands out remarkably. But let me know, who are some of your favorite characters, why, and I don't know, if you leave a comment about a movie, recommend some stuff. I mean, of course, I haven't seen everything, and I'll do my best to try to find them. Excuse me, and check them out. And what I think. I know, like I said, by the time I post this, I'm probably gonna be pissed off and think like, damn, I should have put this person on the list. There's plenty more, but all right, thanks.